From Ferrari legends to British racing icons, some cars are so rare and valuable that only billionaires can dream of owning them. These aren't just vehicles, they're rolling works of art, each with a story of speed, elegance, and exclusivity. From the timeless beauty of the Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing to the raw power of the Shelby Cobra 427, and from Hollywood's beloved Ferrari California Spyder to the ultimate crown jewel, the Ferrari 250 GTO, these classics define what it means to own history. In this video, we'll count down 15 old classic cars that have transcended time to become treasures of the ultra-wealthy. Stay tuned, because every car on this list is a legend in its own right. In the number 15 position, we have the 1963 Ferrari 250 GT Lusso, a car often described as one of the most elegant Ferraris ever built. The word lusso literally means luxury in Italian, and that's exactly what this masterpiece represented. When it first appeared at the Paris Motor Show in 1962, it wasn't just another sports car. It was a rolling piece of art, combining Ferrari's racing DNA with unmatched Italian style. Collectors today admire the Lusso because it bridges two worlds: the raw racing spirit of the Ferrari 250 series and the comfort of a grand touring car. Its V12 engine was capable of taking drivers beyond 150 miles per hour, while its sculpted body by Pininfarina and Scaglietti looked like it belonged in a museum. But here's the kicker: only about 350 were ever made, making each surviving example a rare gem. Back in the 60s, you could buy one for less than a family home. Today, prices soar into the multi-millions, making it a treasure reserved only for billionaires. For many enthusiasts, the Lusso is proof that timeless beauty never loses its value. It only becomes more priceless. In the number 14 position, we have the 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing, a car that redefined what a sports car could be. The Gullwing wasn't just fast, it was revolutionary. Its upward opening doors gave it the nickname that still echoes today, and its futuristic look made jaws drop in the mid-1950s. But the Gullwing wasn't all about style. It was the fastest production car of its time, capable of reaching speeds above 160 miles per hour, thanks to its innovative fuel-injected straight-six engine. What makes this car even more fascinating is its origin. The 300 SL started life as a racing machine, designed to dominate endurance races like Le Mans. Mercedes later decided to tame the beast just enough for the road, but it still carried that race-bred DNA. Driving one was unlike anything else in its era. Lightweight, aerodynamic, and way ahead of its time. Only about 1,400 were ever built, and surviving examples are cherished like rare jewels. Today, owning a Gullwing is more than just having a classic car. It's owning a piece of automotive history. For billionaires, it's not just an investment. It's a symbol of timeless engineering brilliance that continues to inspire even decades later. In the number 13 position, we have the 1964 Aston Martin DB5, a car forever linked to the world's most famous spy, James Bond. While it first stole the spotlight in Goldfinger, the DB5 was already a legend in the making. Sleek, sophisticated, and dripping with British elegance, it represented the perfect blend of luxury and performance in the swinging 60s. Under its polished aluminum skin lay a 4.0-liter inline-six engine that pushed the DB5 to around 145 miles per hour. At the time, this was breathtaking speed wrapped in the comfort of hand-stitched leather and wood detailing. Every detail screamed craftsmanship, and each car was built with meticulous care, making it feel more like a work of art than just transportation. But the true magic of the DB5 lies in its rarity and cultural impact. Fewer than 1,100 were produced, and many have since disappeared into private collections. Today, when one crosses the auction block, prices soar well into the millions, especially if it carries that Bond connection. For billionaires, owning a DB5 is about more than just status. It's about holding a piece of cinema, culture, and motoring history, all wrapped up in one iconic machine. In the number 12 position, we have the 1966 Lamborghini Miura P400, often called the world's first true supercar. Before the Miura, most sports cars had their engines in the front. Lamborghini changed everything by placing a roaring V12 engine right behind the driver, creating a mid-engine layout that became the blueprint for every supercar that followed. The Miura wasn't just about speed, it was a rolling piece of art. Styled by Marcello Gandini at Bertone, its flowing lines, low stance, and exotic curves made it look like something from the future. Even when parked, it seemed alive, like a predator waiting to pounce. Capable of hitting over 170 miles per hour in the late 60s, it was one of the fastest road cars the world had ever seen. Production numbers were small, with only a few hundred built, which makes surviving examples incredibly rare. Today, a Miura in top condition can command prices in the $2 to $4 million range, sometimes higher if it's one of the special SV variants. For billionaires, the Miura is more than a car. It's the birth of an era, the machine that made Lamborghini a household name in performance and design. In the number 11 position, we have the 1963 Jaguar E-Type Lightweight, a rare evolution of what Enzo Ferrari once called the most beautiful car ever made. The standard E-Type stunned the world with its long hood, flowing curves, and powerful performance, but the Lightweight took things to another level. Built for racing, Jaguar stripped away the comfort and focused on speed, using aluminum panels to shave off weight and push the limits of performance. Under the hood sat a tuned 3.8-liter straight-six engine, capable of unleashing over 300 horsepower. Impressive numbers for the early 1960s. Combined with its lighter body, it was a fierce competitor on the track, going head-to-head with Ferrari and Aston Martin. But what makes the Lightweight so desirable today is its scarcity. Jaguar only produced about 12 original cars, making them some of the rarest E-Types ever built. When one appears at auction, it's not just another sale, it's a historic event. Prices can reach into the tens of millions, placing it firmly in the realm of billionaire collectors. The Jaguar E-Type Lightweight is more than just a car. It's a symbol of racing heritage, wrapped in breathtaking design and exclusivity. In the number 10 position, we have the 1955 Porsche 550 Spyder, a car that became legendary not just for its performance, but also for its cultural impact. Nicknamed the Giant Killer, the 550 Spyder was tiny, lightweight, and deceptively quick. It was designed with one mission, racing, and it stunned the world by beating much bigger, more powerful cars on the track. Powered by a 1.5-liter flat-four engine, the 550 Spyder produced just over 100 horsepower. That may sound modest today, but when paired with its featherweight design, it gave the car incredible agility. Drivers could push it to speeds above 140 miles per hour, making it a true menace in motorsport during the 1950s. Of course, the 550 Spyder is also remembered as the car James Dean nicknamed his Little Bastard. His tragic death while driving one cemented its place in history, giving the car a kind of dark mystique that only adds to its allure. With fewer than 100 ever built, finding one today is nearly impossible. At auctions, they easily fetch $5 to $7 million. sometimes more. For billionaires, the 550 Spyder isn't just a collectible. It's a piece of racing history and Hollywood legend combined. In the number 9 position, we have the 1965 Shelby Cobra 427, a car that perfectly captured the wild spirit of the 1960s. Born from the vision of American racer Carroll Shelby, the Cobra blended British engineering with raw American muscle. Shelby took the lightweight AC Ace Roadster from the UK and stuffed it with a massive Ford 7.0-liter V8 engine. The result? A car so brutally fast that it became almost unmanageable for the average driver. The 427 Cobra could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds, an astonishing figure even by today's standards. Its short wheelbase and explosive power made it a thrill ride that demanded respect. On the track, it was a giant slayer, taking on Ferraris and Aston Martins with brute force rather than finesse. What truly makes the Cobra 427 iconic, though, is its rarity. Only about 300 authentic models were ever produced, and most have ended up in the hands of collectors who guard them like treasures. At auctions, they can fetch anywhere between $5 to $8 million, depending on history and condition. For billionaires, owning a Shelby Cobra 427 isn't just about speed, it's about holding a piece of pure American racing history. In the number 8 position, we have the 1984 Ferrari 288 GTO, a car that marked the beginning of Ferrari's modern supercar era. Built for the wild world of Group B racing, a series that was ultimately canceled before the GTO could compete, the 288 became a road-legal monster with race car DNA. At first glance, it looks like a Ferrari 308 on steroids, but under the skin, it was something entirely different. Ferrari fitted it with a twin-turbocharged 2.9-liter V8 that produced nearly 400 horsepower, a staggering number for the mid-1980s. This power, combined with lightweight construction, pushed the 288 GTO to over 180 miles per hour, making it the fastest production car of its time. What makes it even more special is its rarity. Ferrari built only 272 examples, and every single one was instantly spoken for by collectors and enthusiasts. Today, its value has skyrocketed, with prices often climbing well over $3 to $4 million at auctions. The 288 GTO is more than just a Ferrari. It's the car that paved the way for legends like the F40, F50, and Enzo. For billionaires, it represents the perfect blend of exclusivity, racing heritage, and Ferrari's relentless pursuit of speed. In the number 7 position, we have the 1992 McLaren F1, a car often described as the greatest supercar ever built. Designed by Gordon Murray, the F1 wasn't just ahead of its time. It felt like it came from another planet. Everything about it was engineered with perfection in mind. From its lightweight carbon fiber body to its central driving position, with 2 passenger seats flanking the driver, it was unlike anything the world had ever seen. At its heart was a naturally aspirated 6.1-liter BMW V12 producing 627 horsepower. That may not sound wild today, but in the early 90s, it was unmatched. The F1 could reach 240 miles per hour, making it the fastest road car in the world for more than a decade. Even more impressive, it did all this without turbos, without computers, and without electronic driver aids. It was pure, unfiltered performance. Only 64 road cars were ever produced, making them incredibly rare. When one appears at auction, it commands staggering prices, often above $20 million. For billionaires, the McLaren F1 isn't just a car, it's a piece of automotive mythology. To own one is to hold the crown jewel of 1990s supercar engineering. In the number 6 position, we have the 1936 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic, often called the most beautiful car ever built. With its long sweeping lines, teardrop fenders, and riveted dorsal seam running across the body, it looks more like a sculpture than a machine. Designed by John Bugatti, son of company founder Ettore Bugatti, the Atlantic was a vision of Art Deco elegance mixed with engineering genius. But beyond its looks, the 57 SC Atlantic was a performance marvel for its time. Powered by a supercharged 3.3-liter straight-eight engine, it could reach 120 miles per hour, a mind-bending figure in the 1930s. Its lightweight aluminum body gave it agility, while its futuristic design made it stand out even among the wealthy elite of pre-war Europe. What truly makes it legendary, however, is its rarity. Only 4 Atlantics were ever built, and just 2 survive in original condition today. When one surfaces, it isn't just a sale, it's an event in the automotive world. Experts estimate its value at well over $100 million. For billionaires, the Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic is the ultimate statement piece. A car that represents history, art, and exclusivity at the very highest level. In the number 5 position, we have the 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California Spyder, a car that perfectly embodies Italian glamour and open-top freedom. Designed for wealthy American buyers who wanted a convertible Ferrari with racing pedigree, the California Spyder became an instant icon. With its sleek lines, long hood, and elegant proportions, it wasn't just a car, it was a lifestyle statement. Underneath the beauty sat Ferrari's legendary 3.0-liter V12 engine, delivering both power and that unmistakable Ferrari soundtrack. Capable of speeds over 145 miles per hour, it offered thrilling performance while still allowing its driver to cruise the California coast with effortless style. Every detail from the handcrafted interior to the sculpted bodywork reflected Ferrari's artistry at its peak. What makes this car so rare and valuable today is the fact that fewer than 60 short wheelbase versions were ever built. Combine that scarcity with its Hollywood fame, it was immortalized in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and you have one of the most desirable Ferraris of all time. At auction, pristine examples easily sell for $15 to $20 million. For billionaires, the 250 GT California Spyder is the ultimate blend of speed, elegance, and cinematic stardom. In the number 4 position, we have the 1957 Maserati 450S, a car built with one purpose in mind: to conquer Ferrari on the world's greatest racetracks. During the golden era of sports car racing, Maserati needed something extraordinary to compete, and the 450S was their answer. With a design as aggressive as its sound, it became one of the most feared machines of the 1950s. At its heart was a colossal 4.5-liter V8 engine producing nearly 400 horsepower, an incredible figure for its time. Paired with a lightweight chassis, the 450S could rocket past 180 miles per hour, giving Maserati a fighting chance against Ferrari, Jaguar, and Aston Martin. On the track, it delivered thrilling victories, most famously at the 12 Hours of Sebring in 1957. But here's where it becomes even more special. Maserati built fewer than 10 of these cars. That extreme rarity, combined with its racing pedigree, makes it one of the most valuable Italian classics ever. When one appears at auction, it can fetch tens of millions of dollars. For billionaires, the Maserati 450S isn't just a car. It's a piece of motorsport history representing raw power, exclusivity, and Italy's relentless pursuit of speed. In the number 3 position, we have the 1964 Ferrari 250 LM, a car that stands as one of Ferrari's most important racing legends. Built as the successor to the mighty 250 GTO, the LM was Ferrari's bold step into the future with a mid-engine layout, something the company had resisted for years. This single decision changed Ferrari's racing DNA forever. The 250 LM was powered by a 3.3-liter V12 engine, producing more than 320 horsepower. Compact, balanced, and incredibly fast, it was built to dominate endurance racing, and it did just that. In 1965, a 250 LM shocked the racing world by winning the 24 Hours of Le Mans, making it the last Ferrari ever to claim overall victory at the famous race. That alone makes it a historic milestone in motorsport. But like many great Ferraris, its rarity is what drives collectors wild. Only 32 were ever produced, each crafted with Ferrari's signature precision. Today, the 250 LM is valued well above $20 million, with some examples approaching $30 million depending on racing history. For billionaires, owning a Ferrari 250 LM is like holding the keys to Ferrari's golden age, a priceless mix of heritage, performance, and exclusivity. In the number 2 position, we have the 1959 Aston Martin DBR1, a car that represents the pinnacle of British racing heritage. Built specifically to compete in endurance racing, the DBR1 combined elegance with raw performance, creating one of the most iconic race cars of the 1950s. With its low-slung body and flowing curves, it was as beautiful as it was fast. Underneath its sculpted aluminum skin sat a 3.0-liter straight-six engine, producing around 250 horsepower. While that figure may not sound earth-shattering today, the DBR1's lightweight frame and razor-sharp handling made it a true force on the track. Its crowning achievement came at the 1959 24 Hours of Le Mans, where it secured a historic victory, cementing Aston Martin's place among the greats of motorsport. Only 5 DBR1s were ever built, and each is a priceless piece of racing history. When one crossed the auction block in 2017, it sold for over $22 million, making it the most expensive British car ever sold at the time. For billionaires, the DBR1 isn't just another collectible. It's a symbol of endurance racing glory and the ultimate expression of Aston Martin's legacy of speed, beauty, and craftsmanship. In the number 1 position, we have the 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, the undisputed king of classic cars and the ultimate prize for billionaire collectors. With only 36 examples ever built, the GTO isn't just rare, it's mythical. Designed to dominate GT racing, it combined Ferrari's raw V12 power with sculpted aerodynamic beauty that made it equally unstoppable on the track and unforgettable on the road. Its 3.0-liter Colombo 512 engine produced around 300 horsepower, pushing the lightweight body past 170 miles per hour. In the early 1960s, that was near supercar territory. But what truly sets the 250 GTO apart is its unmatched racing pedigree. It conquered the FIA GT Championship in 1962 and 1963, proving it was as fast as it was beautiful. Today, the 250 GTO holds the crown as the most valuable car in the world. In private sales, some have exceeded $70 million, cementing its status as the holy grail of automotive history. For billionaires, owning a 250 GTO isn't just about wealth, it's about prestige, exclusivity, and claiming a piece of Ferrari's greatest legacy.